I've known Jamison for 11 years, I think.
I've known Jamison for, a couple of years now.
Connected in New York in January of 2013.
I've known Jamison for 4 years.
I've known Jamison Murphy for I don't even know how long.
4 years, maybe 5 years.
Local radio program that I used to listen to regularly interviewed him, and one of the producers of that radio show, who's a friend of mine, texted me right after the interview and says, "Get to know this guy."
He is funny, charming, caring, charismatic, and extremely witty.
Just magnetic and down to earth.
Full of energy.
I just thought he was another guy, making songs, in his bedroom, which he is. He was that guy, but I didn't know to the extent of how he was making his music, how great it really was, until I heard it for the first time. And I heard the after, and it blew me away.
The first thing I really remember was some of the early YouTube videos that he did, and it was a lot of covers, and I remember watching and listening to them, just being totally in love with his voice and wanting to hear what his original music sounded like. And then I think it was like a couple months later where he released a video with original music, and I was like, yes, I knew it was going to be good.
He's a great storyteller, not just a singer-songwriter.
He's really good at that, at developing these concepts and telling these stories through his music.
It is a storytelling session every time that you listen to one of his songs.
You can relate to everything because he's just a great storyteller. And he's one heck of a producer, and he's got a great voice.
Most importantly, it's his voice.
It's just very soulful. I think he's got great melodies. His voice is incredible.
It just captures you.
Very talented musician, very engaging with his audience.
He has this ability to bring a really authentic and emotive feeling that connects you in a variety of genres.
One thing that I admire about him is he's not like a one-trick pony. It's not like he's just a great singer.
He's an amazing lyricist.
Very put together and very thought out.
He expresses emotions, and he expresses a lot of feeling in his words, and that's what I think makes his music stand out.
Jamison's lyrics, as a songwriter, it just works.
When I'm watching Jamison perform, he's speaking directly to me, and not the 10, 20, 30, 100 people that are around me, whether he's busking on the sidewalk, whether he's at a venue headlining a show. I find his music very personal because of his storytelling, and I don't think he fully realizes the impact his music and his lyrics have in that regard.
At this point, I've heard piano ballads and fun, yuki, folky stuff. Recently, he's been writing more low-key hipster R&B, and in all of those genres, you still really get to hear the emotion and the humanness behind it, and it really connects listeners.
He just puts a lot of thought into his music and in his writing. It's not an easy task for him. I think sometimes he can tend to overthink, but I think that's also what makes him different.
He also has very high standards for himself, as a lot of people do, and I think successful people do that.
To see his level of artistry and to hear the depth and dimension and complexity and passion.
He does not settle for being mediocre.
He has this endless motivation.
Especially when you track in the studio, he's very picky about how he's singing, and he's a hardest on himself when it comes to singing.
He has such a clear vision of what his music is and what he wants for his music.
He's always focused on his career and his music path, and
he's got so many songs in his catalog. He's got a lot of ideas and a lot of ambitions.
Jamison's right now is really pulled in a lot of directions in his career.
He has the ability to be successful in this, and sometimes, as I have experienced working with artists, is that sometimes you kind of have to really drive that thought home in order for them to actually start believing it for themselves.
Even though the people around him are saying, like, you got it, you're amazing, sometimes I see a little bit of self-doubt. And so once he gets over that self-doubt and just grabs it by the balls and says, I'm a musician, I'm just gonna fucking do it, then I think that he's going to just knock over this wall that he's built for himself and totally just crush it in the music industry.
If I had to describe Jamison's music in one word, I would say beautiful.
Epic.
Phantasmagorical.
Powerful.
Big.
Sexy.
Such a broad appreciation for genres, for styles, and not just appreciation, but talent also.
He's not making the same record he made 5 years ago.
The first time I heard Jamison's new stuff, I almost pooped my pants. It was so, I mean, it, like, my heart skipped. I fanboyed so hard.
Seeing that growth as an artist and that constant evolution is something that keeps me interested and keeps other people interested. And he's constantly being innovative, not only in just like media content, but like in like new sounds.
So why I think you should select Jamison for this program is because
he is destined to do this. This is his path.
He is a success story, even to this point in his career.
Putting him in this kind of situation where there's nothing else to worry about and there's just only songwriting and being in the moment will really provide the exact thing that he needs to really flourish and grow.
I don't think you'll find anyone like him.
not only is he one of the greatest songwriters I've ever encountered and a great creator, but he's also great at sharing. And I think this program for him would be good, not only for him to take and learn from what other people can do and incorporate that into his music, but also great for him to collaborate with others and keep inspiring him.
He has shown the breadth of his songwriting capabilities.
No matter what the situation is, he's always gonna find a way to create and write and produce content, and I think that's just the person he is.
This is just going to be the thing that really helps him grow and actually make it happen.
Collaborating with others and sharing that, I think is only going to benefit not only him, but the people around him.
He's a good dude. He's a good guy to work with.
By people watching him go through this journey, it'll encourage others to also pursue their dreams and the goals that they have for themselves.
He'll be able to write songs for himself and anybody for the rest of his life.
I think he will do it for the rest of his life.
Hi guys, my name is Jamison Murphy, and I would love to attend the Amor Fati Music Academy. I'm a waiter. I clean toilets and help run a Snap Fitness gym. I work as a laborer on construction sites. I street perform. I busk when it's summer here in Minnesota, and I would love to get out of the rut of trying to pursue this pipe dream. I'm 29 years old. I'm ready to take my music to the next step, and I put together this video for you because I didn't want to tell you why you should pick me. I wanted you to hear it from people who I think believe in me and believe in my talent. No one really knows who I am, and I like to believe that I'm meant to do this, that I have something special. So I hope that what you hear in the demos that I've uploaded at my SoundCloud link, it is a private URL, so please, Mike, you already told me that those would be safe, even if they're not copyrighted, which a lot of them aren't, but just thank you for watching this. and I really, really hope to be seeing you soon.